Hey everybody, Phil with Mission Wanderer here. Today I just want to talk a little bit about learning your numbers on your metal detector, whether it's Manicore like this one or whatever other model you have. I know there's a lot of people online that kind of go through some of the numbers and such, and that's good suggestion, but you really need to go out there and learn it yourself. And the best way I found to do this is to set up a test field within my property here and kind of go from there. What I do, basically, here, this grid is set up at 25 by 40. And what I did was I marked it off with these little caps after I measure, which are just rebar caps. You can buy at any Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, Menards, and then just place them where you need to on your grid pattern. After that, we take and set up your zones. So whatever you're planting there, and have a buddy go through there with you, and that way one person can be writing it down on a paper while the other one is kind of figuring it out, actually digging down. What we did on a lot of these is you can see that we have all our markings, our posts, and our distances. And I'll put down, like over here I have, in 2 inches down there's a cent, a penny. 8 inches down there's a V nickel over slightly from it, and over here is a dime. Sometimes I put things at 2 inches and at 8 inches in the same spot, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. And I may even actually throw in like a nail or a bottle tab with something, just so you can learn and how to discriminate against the other ones. This works very well. And as you can see, let's go over here on our grid. Okay, so let's see here. The fence post over here, there should be pull tab. Oh, I'm reading it backwards here. Okay. That's why. Okay, so over here, you can see we're getting a 45 reading in there right in the middle. And judging by this, in the right grid, we're looking at, could be a Susan B over there, and I would just mark it accordingly on my sheet and learn my numbers. So as I go through my fence posts, you want to stay away from anything metal. I do actually recommend you take your cell phone out of your pocket. You don't have that there because that can interfere a little bit with it as well. Rings are another thing, so they're not going to bother up here, but when you go to dig up something, every little bit helps. So right here, coming off of here, you heard right away we got a 35. 50. Okay, so we are at this point right here. There's a Kennedy dollar, half or 2 inches down. And as you go through here, we'll get plenty of different numbers. So what I did here, though, just to let you know, is when I marked this up, I just did this on a Word document, put some lines in, wrote down everything, put little boxes, call out boxes, and I took and after that, printed out, just stick it through a laminator. You can take it into a Kinko's or, Office Depot, Office Max, if any of those are still around, I don't know. They may or may not be. But dig them in there, get it laminated real quick, and just take a dry erase marker. And while you're out there, just put down which one you were coming across. You knew it, you verify it, you put down what your number was on each one, and then you wipe it off later and you kind of go through and you practice. The more you practice and identify it, the better off you're going to be in the field. So give it a try.